yesterday in vertex form, we learned that the vertex is inside our parentheses and that number on the outside, right? And we take the opposite of what's in here. So your vertex is the opposite of what's inside the parentheses. What's opposite of negative 2? And then your y value is negative 5. All right, and then your axis of symmetry is x equals 2. All right, then from there we graph it. All right, my axis of symmetry is at 2, so I go right 2, put a bunch of dots. And then my vertex is at 2, negative 5, so I go right 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, since this is negative, do I go up 1 using my perfect squares or down? Down, because it's negative. It needs to be a snow cone. So you go down 1, right 1, down, what do I do next? 1, 2, 3, 4, right 2. And I don't have enough room to do the rest, so I just reflect. I don't know what you're muttering.
I wasn't thinking straight, Miss Asbury.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that? Did we get confused on the negative? If you did, that's okay.
Teachers, let me make one more quick announcement. All students who have signed up for co-op next year, there will be a meeting on Wednesday, May 3rd, during 5th period in the auditorium. The students, if you are signed up for co-op next year, plan to be at a meeting next Wednesday, May 3rd, during 5th period in the auditorium. Thank you.
All right, so you either go up or down your perfect squares, and then you either go left or right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this help anybody having this written down?
Yes.
Please write that down. Put that in your notes. Look at you. Super proud. Okay, so then B, as in, I'll leave it, sorry. I got excited, thought y'all wrote faster than that. B is in potato. B is in but you're on my nerves. Are we ready? Okay, so B was a positive, and B was y equals x plus 3 quantity squared minus 4. Alright, so what's our vertex for this one? Negative 3, negative 4. What's my axis of symmetry? Negative 3. Alright, I'm going to do this one on the same graph because I can. Y'all can't, but I can. 1, 2, 3. Negative 3, negative 4, we go right 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, based on our number out front of the parentheses, is this a taco or a snow cone? It's a taco. So what do I do? And then? And then? Right 3.
Get it right.
Because we're not cows, we're not over a moon. Do you?
What was that?
And just graze all day? Live the life outside?
I want to be a dog. Yeah, shut up.
What did you just say?
Yeah, shut up.
I think you said S up.
Nah. Jay said it like 3 times.
So I think that's a push-up. I think that's 5
He
push-ups.
did say it like 3 times.
That's 10 push-ups then, since I didn't hear you the third time. And y'all were arguing. So 10 for you, 5 for you. Go. Life is tough.
I want to say something to hurt your feelings.
Curtis, that's 10 for you.
I'll do it anyway. I don't care.
Why are they so violent? Like you're incredibly angry. I do? Stop, and you're arguing. Stop.
I'm gonna go get some water.
Those push-ups did you in? Okay, now this one was a challenge problem, right? And I told you that it was going to be different because of this 2 out front. So what this 2 out front does is you have to multiply your perfect squares by 2. So instead of going up 1, right 1, you would go up 2, right 1, up 4, right 2. Up 8, right 2, up 18, right 3. So you go right 2, up 1, 2, 3, and we have our axis of symmetry. Now, do you guys remember when we did that worksheet where we had 6 problems, and we had some with whole numbers out front and some with fractions out front? And we discovered that the whole numbers are steeper and the fractions are wider on our parabolas. So this makes it steeper. That's why you have to do that. So you go up 2, right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right 2. And do you see how this is steeper than what our previous graphs were? Right here? It's because of that 2 out front. So if you did not get that last night, please fix it now. And we're going to go back to our first foldable because we're going to learn how to convert to vertex form, and then we're going to learn how to convert to intercept form. Get excited. That is minimal excitement. I need at least moderate excitement. Thank you. Are we ready? Yes or maybe? No? Okay. Are they coming back? I don't know what you're saying.
Why is that noise? Can I go yell at him?
No. Okay, so this foldable right here, we're going to learn how to convert from standard form to vertex form. Okay, so I want you to write what vertex form is on the outside. Who remembers that from yesterday? Who can tell me? Take a point. So we're going to learn how to go from standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, to intercept form and vertex form. Please make sure you write your name, your house, and the date on your tower. On your cards. Yes.
I never got that.
This is from the first day pumpkin. Everybody got this foldable. This foldable's from the first day. Everybody got this foldable. This is the one we did first.
No, I never got that. Because I was here.
Did you look in the... Okay. It's a long time to get one.
A long time for someone to say thank you for washing out their cup.
Thank you.
Doesn't mean anything.
I did say thank
You
you.
did not.
Yes, I
You
did.
did not.
Okay, I'm not arguing with
You
you.
did not.
Okay, so we're going to go from standard form to vertex form. Open this. Alright, so vertex form is y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. And h and k, h comma k is what? What does this tell you? Your vertex. Take another point. So who remembers from Monday how we found the axis of symmetry in vertex when it was in standard form? How did we find the axis of symmetry in vertex when it's in standard form on Monday? Because we're still using that.
Standard form.
What formula?
Negative g.
Yes, all of that. Okay, so first you find your axis of symmetry. Remember, this is ax squared plus bx plus c. So first you have to do the opposite of b divided by 2 times a. So if you said either of those in your muttering and mumblings, please give your team a point. So remember, first you find your axis of symmetry, then you plug it in to get your y value. Do you guys remember that? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what words that was. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first thing we do is I want us to find our axis of symmetry. So here, what's our b? -6. And what's the opposite of -6? +6 divided by 2 times, what's our a? 1. It's the number in front of x squared. You should be writing this, pumpkin. Alright, 2 times 1 is? 6 divided by 2 is? 3. Alright, now we have y equals parentheses x parentheses squared something out here. Do you think that this x value is our h or our k? That's our h. Is it a positive? And remember, inside the parentheses, it's opposite, right? So what are we going to write in here? -3. Remember, it's opposite. Alright, now we need to find our k. So how would we find our k? Plug it in. That's it. So we say y equals 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 8. Ready? Alright, what's 3 squared? What's 6 times 3? What's 9 minus 18? Plus 8? Take a point. Both of y'all for answering. All you get 2 points because you answered all of those. So is this our K or our H? So it's just -1. And boom, we're done. Yeah, and then you just graph it. Isn't it easy? Yeah. Y'all want to practice another one together? Okay. I'm going to turn it. Oh, look, we already have these back here. Do y'all have these on the back of your foldable? Do we just need a new piece of paper? Okay, let's just go to a new piece of paper. We won't graph at the moment, so you won't have to use graph paper. Just use regular paper. We're just going to convert. That's all we're going to practice doing is converting. I don't know what 54 this is. This could probably be 54 B, C, D, E, F, G. This, okay. We'll just write at the top part of 54. Alright, converting to vertex form. That's what we're going to do first. I don't know what words you just said.
I can't believe you're going to be 25 tomorrow.
I know. I'm so excited to turn 25. That's the joke. I'm actually turning 31. It's the last day of my 30th year. I'm going to live it up. I'm going to live it up by eating pizza.
I got you.
Are you going to get me pizza? Thanks, babe. You know I don't live here, right?
I'm glad up here.
Oh, let's not do that, creepy. Alright, so number one. Number one.
It only fits one pizza.
No. I like real pizza places. Like Post Office Pies downtown.
I know what that is. I love that place.
Alright, so remember, we're going from standard form to y equals a times x minus h quantity squared plus k. So the first thing we have to do is we have to find our h, and we do that by opposite of b divided by 2a. So step 1, and we'll even write h, equals opposite of b divided by 2a. Blair, what'd you do with your notebook? I know. Alright, now, what is our b here?
-4.
And what's the opposite of -4? Positive 4. I almost just tripped walking. Telling you. Alright, divided by 2 times what? Times 1. Where'd you get that 1 from? Yes. Alright, what's 2 times 1? What's 4 divided by 2? So our h is what? So what are we going to write in the parentheses? Minus 2 or plus 2?
1.
Minus 2. Because remember, it's the opposite. Opposite, opposite, opposite. Alright, how do we find our k? Plug it into the actual problem. Alright, plug it in. Look at you go, Tater Tot. Stop. I don't know how you got 11. I got 1.
I thought 11 minus 10 equals.
Alright, so do I put plus 1 or minus 1? Plus 1. And boom, we're done. You guys want to try one without me?
Yes.
How would you graph it? So you can graph it either way. You can plot your vertex and then use your y-intercept and reflect the same way we did the first time. Or you can plot your vertex and go up 1, right 1, up 4, right 2. So you can use either method. That was a good question. Alright, number 2 that I want you to practice. Now, the great thing about vertex form is you can convert it whenever you can't factor. So, number 1 and number 2, you can't factor those. There are no two numbers that multiply to give you -3 and add to give you -6. There are not two numbers that multiply to give you 5 and add to give you -4. Does everybody understand? So you use this when you can't factor. Alright, convert that one without me. We ready? Is anybody not ready? Okay. Are you dying? Please don't. I don't know. You want to open it and see? Whose name's on it? No. Now you know the struggle of my life. Is it? Look at how exciting that is.
The number is 6.
So it's Nathan's. So I get 3 for H. And for K, did you get... Don't tell me, don't tell me.
Why?
Negative 12. Should I get negative 12?
Yeah.
So then you got y equals x minus 3 squared minus 12. Woo!
Okay, I didn't know how to do that part.
So this is always the opposite of whatever this is. And then you just put this number there.
I got the numbers right. Now, hold on.
That's why I'm telling you. Why are we having this conversation? Una más. And then we're going to learn how to put it in intercept form. And then you'll have a quiz. Yes.
Yes, you will.
I did. I tried to tell you. Quiz. I changed my mind.
Why?
Because she reminded me.
Bruh. Where am I?
I know I'm the devil.
Where am I? Take that sheet. I'm not a sheet. It's like asking, are we doing your homework?
What's different this time?
There's a negative.
I would factor out a negative 1 first before you start doing your, well, you try and figure it out. I wouldn't factor out a negative 1 yet. Use your normal stuff. I may be wrong. It's been a while since I've converted to vertex form. Pew, pew, pew.
That's unnecessary.
Your face is unnecessary.
Because it is too
Should you have a negative out front of the parentheses?
Yep.
Yes, because of that negative x squared. Just in case you forgot about that. Who is my baby?
Me.
Did I give birth to you?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What'd you get? Oh, I'm so proud of you.
I love you.
We ready? Okay. Watch your negative up front. Jeremiah. What did you get?
Nathan working as a group. Let's go.
Come on, come on, come on. I'm ready to do the next step. Ham sandwich beef takes so long. Should I get negative 1?
I got positive 1.
You did the opposite of 2. Opposite of negative 2, which is 2. Divided by 2 times negative 1. I think your signs may be off inside. Ma'am? Thanks. I got excited. I got 3 here.
I got like a 1.
Did you get 3 here?
I got 1.
You dropped your negative. That's what it was.
I got 1. I got 3.
Well, it's negative 1 squared, which is 1. And then your negative 1 makes it negative 1. Negative 2 times negative 1 makes it positive 2 plus 2. So negative 1 plus 2 gives you 1. 1 plus 2 gives you 3.
I was stuck in the corner.
I I got that.
You did?
No, I did, but I got
I would
Good job, Ball. I'll take a point.
Miss, I would
the
have
one
gotten
and
it,
the
but I
two,
missed
and
it
I
from the
got
first.
3 minus 2. And then you got 3.
Oh, I don't know how you. Yeah. But you need to make sure you got the right thing right here.
I said positive.
So then y equals negative parentheses x plus 1 quantity squared plus 3. Okay. Now, what is the other form that we learned? We learned vertex form, standard form, and intercept form. And what is intercept form? Who can tell me?
It is y equals a
Parentheses
x minus p x minus q.
parentheses x minus
Q.
Yeah.
Q.
q parentheses.
That's a Q.
Take a point.
Take a point, guys.
How do you get a point? That's other.
Alright, so converting to intercept form. Now, we have seen parentheses like this before when we did what? When we...
Multiply.
When have we seen parentheses like this?
X minus
When we factored, right?
Yeah.
You guys remember... What is happening with you? What, you guys remember factoring? When we went backwards to this? So today, we're going to factor. So you still have to know how to do that. Remember, I told you it wasn't going away.
I forgot what you meant.
Well, that's terrible. So we're going to have y equals x squared plus 3x minus 10. And anytime you need to factor it, it's going to say solve by graphing. Now, we said the intercept form gave us the roots. Do you guys remember that? What we did the other day when we got the roots on those? And that was the x-intercepts. And then we found our vertex. Yeah? So if it says solve by graphing, it wants the roots. So that means that you need to factor and then graph it. Stop throwing things, I see you. Alright, now, first we need two numbers that multiply to give us negative 10 and add to give us 3. 5 and negative 2. How did you get 5 and negative 2? And you add them together and you get? Positive 3. Take 2 points. So we need to get negative 10 and positive 3. So it's 5 and negative 2. How would you write that in your parentheses?
X plus 5 and x minus 2.
Take a point. That's it, and you're done. And then you graph it. And you know how to graph it because we did that on the foldable. Are you ready to do another one? No? Okay. And if I said solve by graphing, you would take these, set it equal to 0, and get your x values. Pardon? Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Because you know I'll get sidetracked. Alright, number 2. Hey, stop complaining. Y equals x squared minus 10x plus 16. Alright, I need two numbers that multiply to give me 16 and add to give me negative 10.
8 and 2.
Are they negative or positive?
Positive.
How do I get negative 10 then?
Oh.
They're both negative. Yes, take a point. Negative 8 and negative 2. So how do I write it in my parentheses?
X minus 8 and x minus 2.
Take a point. Bo Battens, are y'all going to leave points for anybody else?
No.
Oh, okay.
Savages. Hey, bro, can y'all throw some of those points over here?
How about you answer faster?
Yeah, I got chocolate.
It's not about like
Alright, una más. What if I say y equals 2x squared minus 16x plus 30?
or you what do you like
You divide it by negative 2.
or you multiply 32.
Get the what first? Greatest common factor, take a point.
Yes.
And what's my greatest common factor, guys?
2.
2 is the biggest number that goes into all three terms. So divide everything by 2. So you would have y equals 2, parentheses. Alright, what's 2x squared divided by 2? Squared. What's negative 16x divided by 2? 30 divided by 2.
15.
Alright.
I told you it was that.
I know, I should listen to you. At least I kept my charger on my desk so I don't have to run around like a crazy person. I've learned a lesson. Okay, so now we need two numbers that multiply to give us positive 15 and add to give us negative 8.
I got it.
3.
5 and 3.
Negative.
Negative 5 and negative 3. Good, take a point. So y equals 2 times x minus 5 times x minus 3. Alright, you ready to try some without me? You need a clean piece of paper. You could even like share a piece of paper. Rip a piece of paper in half. You won't need a whole paper. Write your number at the top. And if you want a graph, it'll be bonus points.
Thank you. Wait, can we do like one side breakfast and the other side
Yeah.
for the back?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, this is A over here. I shouldn't write B, sorry. I would watch out for a GCF on this one before you convert.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. Just two. When you're done, put it in the tray. Next week, we're going to learn how to use the quadratic formula. We're going to have a Angry Birds project, and then we're going to have a test. And then we just have 2 weeks left together to, after next week, we'll have 2 weeks left of instruction. Woo! I'll miss you too. It's been a good year. Me too. I will miss y'all.